A lot of conversations here at Cannes about optimization, pressures on brands, on buyers, on their agencies to optimize the investment. What does optimization mean, and what are you guys doing in that space?
Thanks, great question. I think it comes down to delivering on the outcomes that marketers are most interested in. And for us, our goal has always been to try to get our clients on the marketing side to whatever business outcome they're looking to achieve as efficiently as possible. So what we've done is developed agentic-based AI optimization logic and technology that's based on over 10 years of historical data from billions plus of impressions served that understands the right way to sequence an impression and assemble impression to be predictive and best position that specific impression to deliver on whatever that media or business KPI might be.
So give us some examples of how that works.
Sure, so if we're talking media KPIs, a lot of times there's over 30 different signals that we can see whenever we're going out and potentially buying an impression, right? Most consistent of the signals are the format, the screen that we're serving in, the type of creative that we're serving, the publisher that we would be serving on, the context or environment of that publisher that we'd be serving within. And what we do is we essentially query this optimization technology whenever we see those inputs come in, and we say, based on historical data, when we've seen this sequence, let's say a video that's a pre-roll placement on a mobile device, on the New York Times, and this day part, whatever, how likely is that, historically speaking, to deliver the desired media KPI of, let's call it a completed view or a click or whatever it might be. And ultimately we arrive at a confidence score. And if we're 80% or more confident based on historical data that that sequence of inputs that we see in the bid stream are going to yield that desired KPI, we serve the impression, and if we're less than 80% sure, we don't. And on the outcome side, business outcome side, what we've done is we've started to train our technology now to understand, again, how those different inputs can lead to a business outcome. So whether that's ROAS or foot traffic lift or incremental viewership, whatever it might be. We're working and partnering with a lot of third-party technologies as the measurement side of the equation. And then we just recalibrate the optimization on our end to say, hey, if the goal is not a completed view, but it's actually foot traffic lift, theoretically the impressions that we ultimately choose to move forward with and buy are going to be different based on the historical data that we've seen that's most likely to deliver that outcome.
So tell us, you guys are sort of new to the United States. You're massive in Spain,
yes,
and other parts of Europe. What's the opportunity in the States, and what's your strategy for market share acquisition?
Yeah, I think we're very fortunate to have such a great footprint globally already. I think that's actually really helped us accelerate in the year and a half that we've been in North America. A lot of our conversations have become very mature very quickly across the holding company community, across the independent agents community, across client direct community, even across some what we would call demand dev partners that are other third-party platforms that use EXTE for optimized supply. And ultimately the strategy was to come into the market, survey the market, and sort of really listen, spend some time listening and understanding where there was existing challenges, where there was maybe workflow inefficiency or breakdown, and then try to custom build bespoke solutions to sort of fit those needs. So rather than taking the existing products that we had in Europe and just bring them right over to the US and try to force fit a new market into an existing set of solutions, we really took the time. That was really the first 6 months of when we opened EXTE in North America. Before we even really went out to market with any type of product, we did a lot of that listening, and we continue to do it to this day, really surveying the landscape, understanding what our marketing partners were looking for and where we could add value and be creative, and then we built solutions from there.
So who are your clients? Like, what are they? Agencies? Are they brands? Are they sell side?
So we kind of operate a marketplace. So on the demand side of our business, we work with the large holding company agencies, we work with independent agencies, we work with client direct. We also do some business with, as I mentioned, demand dev partners, so other third-party platforms that leverage EXTE for optimized supply. And then on the sort of supply side of our business, we work very closely with publishers. We operate and own our own SSP, and we help them with yield management, helping them maximize the inventory that they have, get the best price for that inventory. So we really sort of work with everybody, and the sort of solutions that we offer vary based on the profile of the client. But I would say those are the four primary profiles of customers.
And finally, there's a lot of conversations about retail media, commerce media. It's a big part of the dialogue that we have here at Cannes at the Beat Stage. Where does that stand in terms of your business or opportunities to optimize retail media?
We're very bullish on retail media, as I think most folks should be, and we see it as a major growth accelerator and mechanism for us. Where we can be sort of accretive and add value within the RMN world is by providing those retail media networks with supply side optimized inventory that can be easily combined with the obviously very valuable retail media data that would be layered on top to, again, just better perform against whatever the ultimate media or business outcome might be, which is generally speaking sales lift of some kind, right? So we can sort of predict, hey, these from the supply side, based on these signals that we see, these are the impressions that we are curating for you that we think are most likely to deliver on a KPI such as sales lift. And then when you add on data that's like purchase intent data from the RMNs on top of that, you have a really powerful story that is going to lead to a major uptick in sales ultimately.